OMG, it is Friday. What is up, people? Good morning. Welcome to the Viktor Wilt Show. Who's ready for a 3-day weekend? This guy's ready for a 3-day weekend, I'll tell you what. Holy cow. Hope you're doing good this morning and that all is going fantastic. Perhaps your weekend has already begun, like a number of people here in the building who are not here right now. Ghost town today. Hopefully no major issues pop up. I already spotted one thing that was a little bit of concern. Gonna do some digging around. That'll kill some time though. And if need be, I'll just bother Jade out in the middle of the woods whenever he gets up. Yeah, I was also scrolling social media this morning, and the radio world, or at least the rock radio world, losing their minds a little bit. Not because of anything fun happening in rock, but this new radio station launched in Alaska. KRAK Rock 102.1. KRAK Rock. KRAK. You know, AK, Alaska. And this station, so many people are talking about, oh, I can't believe they name a radio station that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, okay. Apparently the marketing is working. Because you're all sharing this and talking about it. I don't know if the station's going to be any good or not. I'll check them out eventually when they get up and rolling. Maybe they are up and rolling. I don't know. Gonna have to go check out their playlist. See if it's the same old boring crap you hear everywhere. You know, if you're gonna call your station KRAK Rock, you should make it real crazy. Like, really crazy. They say it's Alaska's home for loud, unapologetic rock. From Metallica to Slipknot, we crank the music that demands to be heard. Big guitars, big promotions, Alaskan winners. All right, and let's see what their playlist is like. Close. Hey, get that out of my way. Why is there an annoying pop-up window right in the middle of where their playlist is? All right, strike one, your website giving me an aggravation here. Let's see. It says that's going to auto-close. Is it really? Doesn't look like it's going to auto-close. It ain't doing anything. Let's reload their website. Okay. Man, their website sucks. You got to know what the recently played song... Okay, Bachman-Turner Overdrive. All right, yeah. Oh, getting crazy. Getting crazy up in here. And it's overnights in Alaska right now. That's when they should, you know, most radio stations anyhow. That's when they play the heavy stuff. They're not like us, you know, we play it all day. All right, I don't want to trash on a brand new station, but if BTO's what's playing, that's not a good sign. Well, maybe we'll dig back into that another time. For now, I got to go deal with that problem I mentioned. Hopefully it's easy enough to fix. All right, my apologies to KRAK Rock out of Anchorage, Alaska. I didn't realize they hadn't launched the station yet, so I was judging the playlist. They used to be a classic hits station, yeah, basically Cannonball 101, and they haven't flipped formats yet to their new rock format. So that happens at 10:21, whatever time zone Anchorage is in. So, yeah, I'll check them out later. Check them out on Monday or something like that. But my apologies. I shouldn't just jump right out of the gate and be like, oh, your playlist looks weak. It's the old playlist. All right, my bad. Okay, we're rolling into Memorial Day weekend. Please be safe. You know, make sure to travel cautiously, be aware of everybody around you. Yeah, just make some good decisions. Let's take a look at the weather for the weekend. Weather brought to you by Sinclair Lubricants. Hard work is their heritage, made American, made true. Let's see here. I mean, it felt kind of chilly this morning, but it is early. Yeah, I guess we have a frost advisory in Idaho Falls till 9 a.m. pokey. Might be a little bit warmer. Rexburg, etc. Good luck with your plans. My plans were looking like crap yesterday. So, yeah, that doesn't help any. But today should be pretty nice. High of about 68. And the weekend's looking in town pretty fantastic. Highs in the upper 70s and even low 80s through the holiday weekend. So, I'll take it. Sounds good. Even though I've got this plan for the weekend that's probably going to involve a lot of me just being in the house doing nothing. So, yeah, great weekend to stay indoors. Over the last, I don't know, I guess it would be a few weeks, couple weeks, watched this series on HBO called, was it The Dark Wizard? I just had an article open about it. Jeez, what's my problem? Anyway, The Dark Wizard. And it's about this guy named Dean Potter, who is a rock climber. He was a base jumper, wingsuit, flyer. He was a maniac. He's just like that guy, Alex Honnold, who was in that pretty famous documentary, Free Solo. Alex Honnold's actually in this documentary, this 4-part series on HBO, because they had a bit of a rivalry and such. And I don't know, it was kind of interesting seeing Alex Honnold come off as kind of a, we'll say, jerk, because everybody seems to really like him. He recently climbed that tower in, was it China or Taiwan? Rumored to be doing a climb of the Sphere in Las Vegas. But anyhow, these are the guys that they'll go up and they'll climb these crazy mountains, like sheer, just straight vertical rock faces with no ropes or anything like that. Watching the, final bits of this last night, and hands are just sweating. Not a great documentary series to watch if you're feeling anxious. And I kind of was. So was Becca. And we did finish it. I don't want to give anything away about it, but I think it's a really good documentary. And if you've only ever seen Free Solo, you should definitely watch this one as well. If you haven't seen Free Solo, you should certainly watch that. It's pretty intense. But some of the things that these guys do, man, they're just crazy. Strapping on a wingsuit and flying through the air at 100 miles an hour. Oh, it just makes my stomach churn. It's nuts. I'm afraid of falling off the steps. Let alone thousands of feet. Crazy. Yeah, The Dark Wizard on HBO. You should check it out. I'd never heard of this guy, Dean Potter. At least I didn't think so. Without giving out spoilers, I do recall, I think, reading a news story about him around a decade or so ago, but maybe. It's hard to say. My memory, it's garbage. Garbage memory. All right. We've made it to the 7 o'clock hour. We're getting closer to that holiday weekend. Hope your morning's going good. I'm debating. I haven't had any caffeine yet, and I can crack this energy drink, or I could not crack the energy drink, and then when I get done for the day, I could take a nap. Pound an energy drink. The nap might not work. The nap sounds pretty good. We got a 3-day weekend ahead. And I got very little responsibilities. I need to do chores. But I say that every day. I'll try to accomplish something. Anyhow, let's crush this day. Let's get to that holiday weekend. What's a male fashion trend that's got to end? Okay, I'm an expert in male fashion, so I think I can cast my judgment on these things, see if I agree that these things need to end. I don't know. I certainly don't follow fashion trends. Dress the same way I have since I was in high school, which has been interesting in recent years because my style's kind of coming back. Big baggy jeans, baggy clothes. Anyway, Let's see what the internet thinks about male fashion trends that need to end. This person says men are too insecure and don't wear capes anymore. All right, bring it on. Capes. That would be pretty funny if that became a fashion trend. I'm all for it. Okay, here's one that's got to go. Broccoli head. If you don't know what the broccoli haircut is, you can Google it. I'm so glad that wasn't popular when I was young, because I'm trying to envision myself with a broccoli haircut, and I would have looked like a complete idiot. Luckily, I wasn't a trend follower. I just grew long hair and was very metal. Yeah. I don't know. People hate broccoli head. I'm kind of indifferent to it. I just, no way I would ever get that haircut myself. All right, this person says tucking your designer jogging pants into your socks and is usually done by broccoli heads. I don't know if I've ever seen that. But I would say anytime you're tucking your pants into your socks, it's a bad fashion trend. Don't do it, dudes. Wearing dress shoes with no socks. Oh, dude, that guy's shoes have got to stink. Ugh. Yeah, if you don't wear socks with your shoes and your feet are going to smell horrible, okay? Wear some freaking socks. All right. Looks maxing. I don't think that's that popular of a trend. I don't think a lot of people are actually hitting themselves in the face with a hammer to give themselves a more chiseled look. You know, just a few idiots online that, for whatever reason, are popular. Suit pants that are too short. Okay. Is that a fashion trend? I guess I haven't seen that one. Let's see here. Somebody says wearing shorts on the job site. What? What's wrong with that? What if it's like really, really hot outside? Huh? Tying an onion to your belt. What? Okay, that must be something from like the 1800s or something. I've never heard of that before. I think someone's just trolling around here. All right, this person says, can someone just let me know if we're inside or outside the window where my daily flannel jeans Vans look is in style or not? It's probably in right now. Yeah, I'd say flannel jeans and Vans. That's probably in. But are they saying that we need to get rid of that? I don't know. They didn't elaborate. Just making our way through a Friday morning on the way to the holiday weekend. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to get myself out of here. Most of my tasks are done, I think. Better run through a mental checklist. This weekend should be fun, because I'm in charge round here. Jade's out. He's on a holiday vacation. So, I got to deal with all the problems if they arise. Fingers crossed that we don't have any issues. When I first got here, there was a certain thing that wasn't looking good, and then it fixed itself. I was like, all right, cool. Back to business. Radio's a weird job sometimes. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that, you don't hear about or probably wouldn't care about. But it's a rough biz, and it's getting crazier all the time. I mean, you got to do like 10 people's jobs nowadays if you want to stay active. 10 people from, say, 20 years ago's jobs. And I stumbled across a post on Reddit where somebody was asking, like, where should I go after radio? They're like, it's becoming obvious I can't afford to stay at my current job. People that left radio, what sort of careers did you get into? Maybe PR or marketing? And so here's what got my attention here. I'm PD, in charge of continuity, production director, and an announcer. Been doing it for almost 20 years. And they can't afford to stay in their current job. Why didn't somebody tell me radio could suck so bad before I got into it? I mean, I'm lucky to work where I do for a locally owned company. Been here a long time myself, about 18 years. I can afford to stay at my current job. But what do people recommend. This is a radio thread here, with radio people. Corporate communications, which I guess is writing communications for internal or external purposes, depending on your position or department. Could also include preparing PowerPoint slides for meetings. That sounds like a job that's going to get taken by AI, and that sounds like a job that would suck. All right. This person moved over into politics, public service. Running for mayor. There we go. Coming for y'all. Wonder how I'd fare in an actual local election. City council. Keep it easy. City council. Starter position. Let's see. What else are people doing who got sick of radio or got canned by one of those big radio groups? Software development. Okay. Yeah. That's another one I think I'm a little late for here. This person became a paramedic. Holy cow. That sounds too stressful to me. Sales? Ugh. I could probably do pretty good at sales, really. I mean, you just got to be a good people person, know how to explain things, be likable. A lot of people switch into sales. That's pretty much what everybody did. I don't know. I just looked at what they did down the hall and tried to figure that out. The animals are still fighting back. Now, this one, a little bit less aggressive than some of the other stories we've had recently about animals, fighting back against people. Seagull splatters King Charles III during a Northern Ireland visit. Yeah, bird just dropped the dookie on him. Ended up hitting him in the suit jacket and splattering others around him. Sorry, I had to hiccup. My bad. But he said, at least it didn't land on my head. Being hit by a seagull is supposed to be good luck, someone else told him. I don't know. I don't think it would be good luck to get crapped on by a bird, but that's me. I'd be very frustrated. And I'm sure he was wearing more expensive clothing than me. Let's see. It's a pretty light freak news day. Why Gen Z is turning to AI for tarot readings. Okay. Anxious about AI's impact on their job prospects, young people are turning to the same technology for reassurance about the future. I didn't know ChatGPT would just give you a tarot reading. Huh. Might have to give it a try. I mean, suppose ChatGPT tarot reading's as good as any. Have it give you your horoscope as well. Oh. Well, it's a good thing this technology is being put to important uses. ChatGPT, please reassure me that my future is going to be okay. I listened to a podcast, it was 2 episodes of Behind the Bastards the other day about AI. And we've talked about AI psychosis. If you want to get a really interesting insight into that, highly recommend you check out that podcast. And they were from 2 weeks ago, the episodes about AI. It's really crazy. The way some of these learning models work and the way they'll start interacting with people and convincing them that they've become sentient and they're real, they're conscious, and driven people to some pretty bad places. All right. Even people who were involved in the creation of some of these different pieces of software. Yeah, you should definitely check it out. Pretty wild stuff. All right. I'm going to keep digging for other crap to talk about. Far as I know, we're doing traffic school in about 45 minutes as well. So get those questions ready, and you can call and chat with me and Lieutenant Crane about whatever you want. It's Friday. We're heading into a holiday weekend. Let's have some fun. All right, I don't know if you've seen this clip making the rounds. It's from Fox News. Just a clip of some guy talking, I believe, about the Iran war. But people are very weirded out by this video because it looks like a guy named Robert Harward, is wearing a mask. It's very strange. you can see along his neckline, it really looks like he's wearing a hyper-realistic mask. And, down on his neck where his collar should be covering up the mask, it just kind of popped through. And I don't know if it's just because this guy in general's weird looking. Like, he doesn't have any eyebrows. He doesn't have any hair. And he's just kind of weird looking. But the internet's going crazy with this one. And the question is, why? Why would there be a guy on Fox News wearing a mask? And if you've seen any, recent videos where these hyper-realistic masks are being used, this is Fox News, so you bring in somebody with, Hollywood makeup skills. How many years ago did they turn Johnny Knoxville into a grandpa and fooled everybody? Things have improved since then. Did they just have a cast of actors at Fox News they'll bring in to just talk about whatever? Let me Google this guy. Let's see if we can find any other pictures of him. Robert Harward. All right. No, I don't want to search for hardware. Harward. There we go. Retired Navy SEAL. Okay, that's just how he looks. They got a lot of other pictures of him. Unless it wasn't really him. It was someone else. Okay, let's see. Here's somebody with a comparison side-by-side photo. It does kind of look a little, well, I don't know. Who is this guy? Is he involved with UFOs? Anyway, you can check it out. People are saying it could just be shadow, but you can see the shadow from his collar on the sides of his neck. And it's so much darker on that, the front bottom neckline. I don't know. Pretty weird stuff. All right, we got traffic school kicking off in 20 minutes. Get those questions ready. Let's have some fun rolling into the holiday weekend. Looks like they've released a number of additional UFO files. Heck yeah. Oh, this is weird. Why isn't this page loading? Whoa. Yeah, probably just a bad internet connection. Some interesting videos that I saw in the last couple minutes. You've got a UAP disappearing out of thin air. There's another one where they're showing these little orbs going in and out of the water around a submarine. And that one's pretty weird. But kind of like the last time they dumped UFO files a couple weeks ago. Nothing that's really blowing my mind. Come on. Give us that 4K video. Where's the good stuff? Huh? These are sure interesting enough, but it's these are military videos. You guys don't have better cameras than that? Come on, man. My cell phone could do better than that. Those are weird, though. Those glowing orbs that go in and out of the water. I don't know. Kind of strange. Anyhow, if I see any really cool UFO or UAP videos, I will share them in the K-Bear group. Let's see. The most impressive video. Did you link to it? Let's see. I'm going to fire this up. Okay. This is the most impressive video. Blurry. And it's a glowing orb. Sure, it's interesting, but it's grainy. And they've got areas of it redacted. Maybe that's just some kind of top secret plane information or something, but thing does look like it's cooking. Anyway, if you want to dig through the UFO files, part 2, they're out there. All right, we know you like free stuff and the weather's nice, so we got to give away some summery things, or at least one. All right. 2 new giveaways coming up next week. and they're both pretty sweet. Let's start with Hot Grill Summer, powered by the Gun Shop. Yeah, take a look at your grill. Yeah, you need a new one. So we teamed up with the Gun Shop to make it a Hot Grill Summer, giving you the chance to win a Camp Chef DLX pellet grill. We're playing a game called The Price is Charred. You're going to, call us when you hear the cue to play. Go head-to-head with another listener and guess the price of a barbecue item without going over to score 5 entries into the grand prize drawing. You can also enter anytime on any of our station apps, plus get 5 more entries just for showing up at the Gun Shop Customer Appreciation Day on Saturday, May 30th, where we are going to draw the winner live on location. So I think starting at 10 o'clock, you can sign up in the apps. Then next week, we'll start the on-air game, The Price is Charred. So that's pretty cool. Get a sweet grill upgrade. And then we're also giving away some concert tickets next week. Story of the Year in Silverstein coming to the complex on July 23rd. And you're going to have to survive a little game we're calling Emo or Fako. When you hear the cue to call, you'll be caller 15. We're going to give you 3 band names. One's a real emo band. The other 2 are completely made up. Pick the real one, and you win tickets to see Story of the Year in Silverstein live at the complex in Salt Lake City. Plus, every winner is going to be entered into a grand prize drawing for a meet and greet with one of the bands. So both of those contests kicking off next week. Pretty awesome stuff. I'm going to get myself out of here. Peaches and I will be back at noon for the noon hour of madness and mayhem. And you just have yourself a great Memorial Day weekend. Be safe, be smart, and can't wait to talk to you again on Tuesday. Hopefully the weekend creeps on by. Thank you again for tuning in to The Viktor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.